My country people them. Today na Friday, the 18th of January 2019, and last night before I go for bed, I be there for my house at the mind my business. Now where my phone it makes some noise, I pick am now WhatsApp message where it come. Now from Barrister Ansai, it send me some PDF attachment. Now where I open the document. Ha! I was very, very interested. I seen I saw colors, they all over the place. Really nice colors. They design a really nice logo. They say APLM, where it stands for African People's Liberation Movement. Now where I start looking, because the colors were really interesting, I actually like the logo, the design where they do for the front page. Green, red, and gold, where it almost look like yellow. And then they get some black, and I so line the passport, so I'll be very interested. Now where I start scroll down, I want to see they say legal terrorism. I say, hey, maybe they don't legalize terrorism now. I'll continue. I say, I scroll down, I check out where to where the people that they talk for that letter or wait, that document. I want to see they talk say their physical address is then for Clinton, when for Maryland. I say, okay, oh. And then I see some bird where they put on for there where carry AK-47. I say, wonders. So I scroll now, I go down to page 2. And then it talk for there, it say press statement, January 17th, 2019. Biya regime falsely reports pro-independence leaders and activists as terrorists to U.S. government. They say, Ambazonians, take heed. The following entities are working on behalf of the Biya regime to denounce Ambazonian supporters both in Ambazonia and abroad. And then they list 3 bullet points them. They say bullet point number 1, now Barrister Emmanuel Nsalai and the Nsalai law firm. Bullet point number 2, the website Victims of Ambazonia Defense Forces, www.Cameroon.Victims.org. Bullet point number 3, the website My Country People Them. Hi! Chineke, God of Africa. Now, where I see them, they put www.countrypeople.com, KONTRIPIPO.com. They put on my website, Chineke. Now, where I said, this is very interesting. I woke up for bed, I continue the read. So it continued. The talk say, lawyer Nsalai claims he represents victims of human rights violations in La République du Cameroun, though he has not named any of his clients publicly. Anyone who reports any human rights violations to Mr. Nsalai should, in our opinion, obtain in writing assurances that he is not a foreign agent of La République du Cameroun and that he is not reporting your information to the brutal, murderous, and repressive Yaoundé regime. Better yet, the APLM suggests avoiding him altogether, given his support from the virulently anti-Ambazonian website My Country People Them, which preaches hatred towards Ambazonian and celebrates violence against Ambazonian self-defense units and expresses joy at the death of every valiant Amba freedom fighter. Nsalai has written to Facebook accusing Ebenezer Akwanga and Divine Ajong of various violations of the U.S. Code, including terrorism, along with Mr. Mark Barretta and blah, blah, blah. It basically becomes very boring. So I scroll down to page number 3. So on page 3, they continue by saying that lawyer Nsalai should be ashamed of his support for the octogenarian war criminal Paul Biya. It is APLM's firm belief that Nsalai is being funded and directed by the repressive regime of Cameroon. It is not only laughable but suspicious for Nsalai to report a southern Cameroon's Texas resident to Honorable Christopher Charles Pappas, a U.S. congressman representing the state of New Hampshire. And then they go on for talk, say, Ebenezer Akwanga Human Rights and Humanitarian Institute is an NGO which has nothing to do with the Southern Cameroon struggle, but it is involved in humanitarian work in 4 African countries, targeting issues surrounding genital mutilation, early child marriages, education of girl child, promoting of human rights, and other of his legal terror. I don't even know if these people understand the meaning of the word irony. Here are people, they actually talk, say they get their NGO where they encourage education of the girl child. Whereas for Anglophone Cameroon, they don't stop education for girl and boy child. all people then they don't go school because of them for 3 academic years now. They don't stop education for picking them. The day for year they talk say they get NGO where they promote education for girl child. What kind of nonsense is this? And then they talk say they are promoting human rights and other human rights for Usai. When I don't see Amber boys they behead people them for Bamenda official una videos. When I don't see how they decapitate people them, they cut people their hand them, their fingers them and whatnot. They torture or papa them and everything. People the day for year they talk about human rights violations. What kind of nonsense is this? This is when I just got angry at the whole document. But towards the end of the document, the very last paragraph, then they talk say, Southern Cameroon think they can use one of their own to unleash activities which constitute legal terrorism by harassing and intimidating pro-independent activists and leaders. The APLM will vehemently, vigorously, and fervently use every available authorized means to pursue and prosecute individuals and entities doing the dirty job of one of Africa's most repressive regime. And then they go on for talk, say, take heed and remember, a lie has many variations, the truth, none. And then the person where he signed the document, he named, he talks about he been a press secretary, Caroline Eposi Mbua. I think say they mean for spelling now Caroline, and then they spell now Carlo. But anyways, I don't really understand. But anyways, and if you go up for page 1, you will see how they talk say their address, their physical address, it then for Maryland. And I don't hear some person talk before about this Amazonian woman then for Maryland. Eric Tato, he talks away to
most of the girls there for ages in are prostitutes. They need work, they need do nothing. They just move around Maryland and some states of America. They disturb. Now criminals. So I need the fear for tell them for their faces.
My country people them, let me explain to you what is going on. These Amazonians in the diaspora are shaking in their boots. This lawsuit where Barrister Nsala don't take Tapang Ivo go court. It they make the sweat. Just a few days ago, Tapang Ivo be released that stupid letter where cease and desist letter where it talks now which lawyer Jonathan Levy he write them. Lawyer will no get letterhead. It no get law firm. It no even get postal address. It no even get telephone number where if you contact it, use na Proton email for proton.com email address for forward the email. You cannot take this kind of people seriously. They are frustrated human beings who don't know how to react to this lawsuit. And for back, they don't do all things for make Barrister Nsala withdraw that lawsuit. They don't beg you. It no work. They send their friend, they go beg you. They don't even write letter for you. Publicly, I show you now for Tapang Ivory Wall, where it talks, say, I beg, we need to have peace talks. It no work. They try for bribe you, it no work. They try for blackmail you, it no work. They threaten you privately, say they go kill your family and other kind of thing them. And then they even come publicly for Facebook, can't threaten your family, threaten your life. Say, make it withdraw that lawsuit for California. It no work. Now, their only last hope, wait till where they do them now and say they try for use propaganda, for sway public opinion. Now, one of the reasons why they do this stupid press release or whatever they call it, where Akwanga bring them yesterday, it can't talk say, basically they try for talk say, do not report your cases to Barrister Nsala because he is an agent of La République du Cameroon and he could give your information to the government. So what? All we are there for diaspora. Nobody will not travel out of Cameroon with passport. Tell me when I go get the passport, when I not be given the details of the Cameroon government, your papa name, your mommy name, your birth certificate, who said they born you, your real names, and all those kind of things. The Cameroon government already has all that information about you. And all these people, the way they don't, Amber boys, they don't commit atrocities them against them, like me, where are they talk for Unaso? They fear these Amazonians for diaspora. They fear say it so. This is just the first case. This is just the beginning. This case with the take Tapang Ivo go court. Plenty other cases they come because plenty other victims they come where they could join this lawsuit. We wanna understand so. Now, one of the reasons they were they fear say if plenty of we were there for diaspora where Amber boys don't target we. If we join this lawsuit, we contribute money, even if not 20 pounds or dollars. Thousands of we will stand go fight them for court. And this, I don't explain that for you now. This case, this lawsuit is not about winning in the court. No, if we just drag them go court, maybe they go spend money for day. That will be enough. It will divert their attention from sponsoring terrorism in Cameroon. It will divert their attention into defending themselves in the court. Many of them, where they want get asylum for America, or they want get any kind of benefits from living in America while sponsoring terrorism in Cameroon, all these lawsuits them, it will affect them personally, individually, negatively. So we have to join together. My country people them.
Dear Dr. Akwanga, this is Father Jude, and I'm calling you like this after all the efforts to negotiate, to beg, to do everything hiddenly and out of integrity, so that our driver who took us to Menyonge be released. I would like you to know, maybe you are not aware that we spent 7 days of torture. This is no small torture, because we have all the documented facts with all the pictures and the hospital reports, which we have here, signed by our bishops, and it's actually in the Vatican files. I would not like to threaten you. I am still speaking with you like a brother, asking you to release my driver tomorrow, 8th of December, before 8 a.m.
Now this same Akwanga, this same man, where he be na the person where he be in charge of Sokadef, that gang for Fako, where the worker commit all kind atrocities them. Just a few weeks ago, Theodore Ngomba, for your TV program where they do am online, where they call him Cry Out TV, he exposed Akwanga. Say Akwanga na warlord, na manda where he kidnap Theodore Ngomba, his own family relatives them. He asked for ransom. He kidnap reverend fathers them, beat them, torture them. When I see mark for their back, where they torture them for farm, keep them for farm for more than how many weeks, and then they collect how many millions of francs CFA ransom. Even the same Akwanga, he agree, he accept on live show, say yes, they will pay them ransom before they leave that reverend fathers them. And he deny, he say, he need to give them the ransom money back. So now person that way, it don't come now for that press release, it talk about how it don't create the own NGO, the NGO, it do this, it do that. When I don't forget about Munyenge incident happened now on the 13th of December 2018, where it passed so. So Kadef, when Akwanga gang, they go attack ASC camp. They kill 18 Amber boys them for they burn their dead body them for cover the evidence. Now atrocity that against humanity. Now Akwanga, he perpetrated that war crime. Now in this now, it don't come for you begin talk nonsense for this so-called press release. Say this, so it get on NGO, they respect Geneva Convention and all that nonsense. They want me picking they go school. But they don't want me picking they go school for Anglophone Cameroon. These people, the way they're there for abroad, the only shit on for there, they cause all kind of trouble inside Cameroon. We are coming for them. We go make them understand, say it is so, there will be consequences. All this money where they collect them for ransom and whatnot, they no go chop them. They no go chop that money, it go like that. We go make sure, say, we target them. And at the talk I'm at the talk I'm openly, make they know, say, we are coming for them. My country people, them, these people are scared of people like myself. Meanwhile, they talk to una, now the things say they so maybe na La Republique du Cameroon and they sponsor me. I just laugh. And then now so I talk to una with my short trousers and my slippers and from my living room where I don't first come back from work, I don't tire me, I take my phone and I start talking. That's what it is. The only weapon where I get them against them, now my mouth, my mobile phone with internet connection and the truth. That's it. All we get our own part for play. Not only she for there you think say this so now my job for come begin she the debunk where to tap and I will get to talk. No. All we will get a part to play. We at the call we the silent majority, the soldiers of the counter revolution. You people also have to create your own fake Facebook account, create your own YouTube account, create your own WhatsApp account. For make sure say you spread the message. Make all other people the way they need for know the message, make them know the manipulation, so that we feel reverse the effects of the brainwashing where they don't do for our people them. Now the only way this way we go beat these people the way they did for diaspora. They use all these platforms for raise money and for brainwash our brothers and sisters for Cameroon for go commit atrocities them. We have to do something. Or we have to do something. And all these people that they fear because they know say they so many other lawsuits they come. We will go prepare, we go raise money and anything that is necessary for support by the Stansala, make it take all these people that go court. We need other lawyers then for join as well. And some of we don't be na targets, we don't be na victims of Amber terrorism, will get to put our resources together for take all these people and for diaspora go court. If we cut the head for the beast, for this monster, the body could die on the ground for Cameroon. Because if these boys of Cameroon, they need to receive all this constant bombardment of misinformation, lies, and propaganda and brainwashing, they go stop. They go stop for to do all this nonsense. So may we bring our resources together. No thing say this fight now my fight. No, now your fight too. Now all our fight. All we will get to make our voices heard. When I produce video or anything, I post them out there. I don't get to then go to defend myself, the comment on the articles or whatever. No, it's your job. Even if you fear for do what you me at do, support me. I never ask for una money. Always I ask, now say may you create Facebook account, may you create WhatsApp account and YouTube account. You can't watch the video, you like them, you share them, you comment on it. When any Ambazonia idiot, Amber fools as we call them, they can't talk any nonsense for them. I don't get to go respond for the idiot. Now, una responsibility, go comment on the guy. Make them start from today. They know say this, so they be at the minority. So we are the silent majority. Make the majority will make our voices heard. My country people then.